What's going on, guys? It's Stiff and we are back on that Madden 16 E3 features. Now yesterday Lights Out put out a video on his top 5 new defensive features in Madden 16. Today I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing the top 5 new offensive features in Madden 16, and make sure that you guys hit this video with a like and subscribe, because we are going to be on top of that Madden 16 with the best news, content, and tips. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if that's what you like, and make sure you guys hit that like button for this video, because we have a great video coming out later tonight by Lights Out. Now we are going to be showing pictures and gameplay from yesterday's E3 community gameplay footage for the fantasy draft. So now let's get into it. Number 5, it's gonna be the P80 2-point conversion play. Now I know this is not the biggest thing to happen in Madden, but it's still a new feature, so that's why it's only at number 5. So it's no surprise that the NFL has passed the play where now we are going to be kicking P80s at the 15-yard line when someone scores a touchdown, and the 2-point conversion is still going to be at the 2-yard line. It's not that big of a deal, like I said, but it still needs to be added. If someone wants to scheme around a 2-point conversion play, go right ahead, but kicking field goals in Madden is really not that hard, so adding an extra 10 to 12 to 15 yards is really not going to be that big a deal, especially for the tournament users or someone halfway decent at the game. They're going to be able to make the P80 with no big problem at all. So that's only why it's really at number 5, because I really don't see it being that big of a deal, but it's still something that we have to add. So now that is number 5. Let's get into number 4, and my number 4 is gonna be the shot plays in Madden 16. So now it came out in a dev or in a blog by EA that shot plays are going to be introduced to the game. Now I'm going to show some recordings from yesterday's Lights Out video about what exactly a shot play is. Now a shot play is primarily a play action based game, or a play action based play like in this example, and usually keeps the backs and tight ends to block while the receivers go deep. Now they said in the blog that they've added 100 new shot plays, 600 new plays overall, including with team specific shot plays to each book. Now this is out of the Philly book. I know it was out of the Philadelphia book because I ran it all Madden 16, all Madden 15, and I knew because of the 2-back set. But that's beside the point. That is exactly what a shot play is, and as you guys can see right there, that is one of the examples of a shot play. Here's another example of a shot play out of the single back. Right there was a shotgun play. The tight end and the running back were into block. In this example, you're going to see the fullback and running back back to block as the 2 receivers go deep. It's also called a shot play because you're taking a shot downfield basically. This one ended up interception, but some people are going to actually come down with that play, and if it's a 3rd and 15, then who knows, just take a shot down the field and do a shot play. That is my number 4 top 5 new offensive features. Now let's get into number 3, and the number 3 top offensive new feature that Madden 16 is going to introduce is the Get Skinny feature. Now I got a couple clips to demonstrate this, but basically Madden added 2 mechanics to move the ball through the line of scrimmage. The first is like what I call the Get Skinny feature. It's you hold RB behind the line of scrimmage with the running back to try and juke and jive through the line, and they use some different context of sensitive juke steps with the left trigger, and you have to perform this, like I said, behind the line of scrimmage to cut off different blocks to try and hit the hole. I know Madden is trying to really get that hit the hole logic like they said in the blog, and they're trying to completely overhaul the new running feature of the game. Now you guys know I really like to run the ball, so I could probably use this in a very different ways just to try and get through different holes to get into the secondary and then hopefully score. Which leads us to number 2, and that's going to be QB mechanics. Now in Madden NFL 16, there are a lot of things that the QB can do. I wanted to cluster this all into one category. There's a couple of them I really wanted to go over for you guys. There are new features that the quarterback can do, and the first one is going to be shown in these first couple of clips. It's going to be the new handoff system. Now each handoff is going to have its own unique handoff basically, and as the blog states, air supremacy starts with the quarterback. We started from the snap and with the all new handoff system that includes a large variety of new content and much tighter timing between handoffs and blocking. Each play type has a uniquely captured handoff specifically designed for the given play, resulting in hundreds and hundreds of animations. The system also includes all new fake handoffs for play action games, which ties in perfectly to the shot plays. Now, I am so thrilled about this because before in Madden, you were able to tell the difference between play actions and real running plays. So I'm glad that sometimes you might be able to get a user who's playing on the safety to really bite down on a play action play. Now, in the last clip, you saw what I called the next QB new feature is the quarterback locomotion. They really overhauled a different way on how a QB rolls out and how they get out of the pocket and try and use their blockers to get some room to make some more time in the pocket, or to scramble out and make some more time to find the open receiver. That is one of the other new features that the QB has, and as quoted by the blog, they reworked the QB pocket scramble and rollout locomotion. Simply tap the R2 button or RT button for in the QB's drop back or when standing in the pocket. This will allow the player to roll out and pass. And this was completely reworked. Like I said, the new mechanics work brilliantly with the new boot and rollout plays like the previous play I showed. Alright, so the last one that I wanted to go over that's new for the QB feature is the new passing mechanics, and I'll keep this one very short. It's basically just a new overhauled way for the quarterback to really their passing mechanics just to change. Just the one thing quoted in the blog I just want to state is they have reworked the new touch pass. So now you have to double tap the receiver icon for easier executions of dropping the ball behind the linebackers in front of the safeties. So that was a clip that I showed. That was probably the last clip that I showed, and it really puts in perspective on how you probably can fit passes and throw darts or dots, like we call it in the Madden community. So those are the QB functions, the new QB functions that they're working into Madden 16. Now let's get into the #1 new offensive feature in Madden 16 that I think is going to be great, and that is the new catching mechanics. Now, if you're no stranger to Madden 16, you guys will know it comes in the form of 3 catches. You got the first one, the rack catching, run after catch. You got the aggressive catching and the possession catching. Now, each receiver has its own unique ability to perform one of these to a better extent, but every receiver can perform all 3 of these, but some of them perform them better than others. Like Jordy Nelson might have the possession catching better than the aggressive catching. Calvin Johnson or Odell Beckham has the aggressive catching better than the rack catching, and so on and so forth. Now, these are just a couple clips that I would like to go over. Now, let me go over each one specifically by the pitchers. Okay, so the first one we got is the rack catching pitcher. It's a catch where a receiver turns up the field during the catch with the intent to gain yards. Rack catches drive the receiver up the field to catch the ball in stride. Now that is by holding the X button or square button once the pass is released. You'll see it in one of my clips. I showed it. It popped up as soon as the quarterback released the ball. The next catch is the aggressive catch, and the aggressive catch is it drives the receiver back to the ball to go up to the catch at its highest point possible. They can be used to fight back to the ball and challenge a defensive back going for an interception. Players perform the aggressive catch by holding the triangle or Y button once the pass is thrown. Aggressive catches are best utilized in combination with the high throw mechanic, and if you have a spectacular catching wide receiver, it is definitely better to use it. But now that comes with a price. They have a lower catch chance and a higher knockout chance if you go for the aggressive catching. If you go back and watch some of the clips, you will see that being performed. Now, the last one is the possession catch. I couldn't get a clip of the possession catch because I didn't see it in the demo that EA displayed, but a possession catch is where the receiver protects the ball with his body and secures the catch at the expense of looking to gain yards after the catch. Possession catches are best utilized in traffic and can also be used to force receivers to perform the get the feet down catches near the sideline or at the end of the end zone. So it seems like if you're trying trying to throw up fades, you're either going to want to do an aggressive catch, or you're going to want to do a possession catch to get down the sideline or to get into the back of the end zone. Now, you can perform this by hitting A or X button. Once the pass is thrown, they are most effective with the low throw mechanic and when thrown to a slot possession trait receivers. Now, that is very interesting to know because that's more for like a Wes Welker type. So that is the end of those 3 catches, and that is going to conclude our time with the top 5 new features in Madden 16. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Let me hear what you guys think. What are your top 5? What's everyone's top 5? And I will see you guys in the next episode of either Madden 16 featured a film or Madden 15 Ultimate Team gameplay. Till next time, guys. Peace.